Hey guys, welcome to episode 6 of this FIFA career mode series here on Man City Fan TV. My name is Kiam and thank you very much for joining me for this one. So let's check on the progress from where we left off last time. I'm just going to go to the calendar. So we had a bit of a sort of bumpy episode 4. Where we went out of the Carabao Cup to Burnley, went out on penalties. But then episode 5, we sort of recovered ourselves and we beat Hoffenheim in the Champions League. We drew with Liverpool away from home, 0-0. And then we played Burnley in the Premier League at home and we absolutely smashed Burnley 5-1. So that was one of our best games of the season. And now we're playing a Champions League game again, and we're playing Shakhtar. So on this episode today, we're going to get the game against Shakhtar. We're going to play Spurs and possibly Southampton. I don't know if I'm going to get the Southampton game in. We're going to try and get that in as well. So we'll try and bring 3 games to you on this episode 6. So let's get it underway. And the very first game, as you can see, is a Champions League game. You can tell because it's all turned blue. So let's go ahead and just take a quick look at the Champions League group standings. So we're top of the group. We are on 6 points. You can see Lyon there in second place. So if we beat Shakhtar in this game, we're pretty much confirmed to be going through in the Champions League. So let's just check and see what kind of messages we're getting. So press conference, let's speak positive about City, let's give them some praise. We're not worried about international duty, so let's go ahead and play this game then. So we're playing Shakhtar Donetsk in the Champions League, so let's get it underway. So we're away from home. Do hit the like button. Hit subscribe. If you're not a subscriber to Man City Fan TV, hit the subscribe button so you get these videos on a regular basis. Hit the bell notification as well, and you will be notified as soon as a new FIFA career mode video comes out. And let's just have a look at making a couple of changes. We've got some tired players here, so we're going to start Gabriel Jesus today. And I'm going to start Riyad Mahrez. So we're going to play Mahrez on the right. We'll play Sterling on the left. We've got Bernardo Silva in the middle with Kevin De Bruyne, Fernandinho holding. I'm going to replace Fernandinho actually with Rodri. And Mendy needs a rest as well, so we're going to give Zinchenko a game there at left back. So that's the team we're going to start with. And then on the bench we've got Bravo, Nathan Ake, of course, our new signing, Phil Foden, Fernandinho, Silva, Sané, Aguero. So some of the big hitters there we can bring on if we get into any difficulty. And I know somebody has been asking me actually about Mangala, so here we go. Let's bring Mangala in. I'm going to put Mangala on the bench today instead of Ake, because somebody's been asking on YouTube in the comment section, when's Mangala going to get a game? And I like to please the viewers. We always like to please the viewers at Man City Fan TV. So we're going to go ahead and try and get Mangala on the pitch today, because we know the man's a legend. We know he should have a statue outside the Etihad. So we will get his game. So don't you worry. I listen to the fans. I listen to you. And Kiam reacts and he picks the team accordingly. So Champions League game. Episode 6 of this FIFA 19 career mode. Thank you very much for all your kind comments so far on this series. We are going to be making some announcements as well as to some new things we're going to be doing with the FIFA series, and obviously FIFA 19 and then into FIFA 20. So look out for those announcements. They'll be coming soon on the channel. I'm working with Rob as well, so you'll know Rob from the podcast. We're working together to come up with some different sort of formats and different things when it comes to the FIFA series, so look out for that. So here we go, Champions League game. They're the players lining up for the Champions League music. We can boo if we want to. I would love to boo it because I can't stand UEFA, bog off. UEFA not interested. Absolute scumbaggeries. And there goes the Shakhtar players getting ready for the game, and here we go. So we're underway in this first game of episode 6. The season's going quite well at the moment. We did have that blip of going out of the Carabao Cup. And also we had the blip earlier in the series of not losing, but it felt like a loss. Drawing to Huddersfield at home was a little bit embarrassing, but we recovered and we're doing well. Here comes a through ball. Riyad Mahrez, it's Bernardo. Bernardo, oh, that's a terrible shot. Nearly went for a corner. I thought it was Mahrez for some reason. I tried to cut back in and put a bit of bend on that, but it wasn't. It was Bernardo, and hit it a little bit too straight with him. So hopefully we can carry on our winning ways in the Champions League. Here comes Mahrez now down the right, crosses it in, far post. Oh, it's come back out. Here comes David Silva. Great shot. Oh, it's a good save. So it's a great shot there by David Silva. Tipped over the bar by the goalkeeper. But it's a good start to this game. It's a Champions League match. Like I say, if we win this, we're pretty much confirmed to be going through our group. That's a great header. There we go. Easy as you like. Straight onto the head of John Stones there. Bullet header. 1-0 up in the Champions League. 11 minutes gone. And we take the lead against Shakhtar Donetsk. So it's a great start to this episode 6. Look at that. Bullet header. Have a bit of that on your toast. You're not saving that. John Stones there. Look at that. I mean, he generated some power on that header there. Leaped back and bullet into the centre of the goal. Keeper didn't stand a chance. So it actually feels pretty good, the team, because we've freshened it up and brought a couple of the sort of fringe guys in, like Zinchenko and Gabriel Jesus. Feels quite fresh. If any of you play FIFA on a regular basis, you know that when you make changes, you bring those fresh players in. It can help, even if those fresh players are slightly lesser in ability than the ones you're replacing. Oh, geez, that nearly went in. It still helps if you freshen it up. Nearly conceded a very sloppy goal there, but we're on the break. This is what City do best. We know that. Great ball through. Oh, nice run there. Got men over here. Nearly played the through ball. So Shakhtar really under pressure. I mean, this is very similar to City in the Champions League. We play a very open game. In real life, I find in the Champions League we probably play a bit too open. If you think about the game against Spurs, especially, I mean, I know that's the one we went out, but there was a couple of games like that, even the Schalke game away from home. We just let the opposition have too many chances. Albeit we are very good when it comes to attacking our opponents, so it's a bit of both worlds. So far so good. 1-0, 26 minutes gone. On this episode 6 here on Man City Fan TV. It's the FIFA series. So if you're new to this, do hit the like button, hit subscribe. Here comes Raheem Sterling. Gonna hold it up, plays it into the middle, ding dang, have a bit of that on your toast. It's going in. That was Riyad, was it? It was Riyad Mahrez. So there you go, Algerian fanboys. Celebrate all you want. That's your man scoring a goal, getting a chance. Kiam's picking him for the team in the big Champions League games. He's coming up with the goods. Turned his man there and smashed that in the corner. What a goal. So it's 2-0. So this is an absolute cruise at the moment. 30 minutes gone. And no dramas whatsoever. This is comfortable at the moment. And hopefully we can carry on and see this one through. And then we can get the sort of Champions League qualification wrapped up so that we can concentrate on the Premier League, because that is going to be a tight race in the Premier League. It looks like Spurs are going to be pushing us all the way to the Premier League title. We can't concentrate on the Carabao, of course, because the Carabao is over for Man City. It is over, but we'll be okay. I'm sure we'll survive. Yeah, nice bit of football. Nice shot. Oh my days. Nice bit of play there on the edge of the box. Laid the ball off. Bernardo Silva, bubble gum. Didn't even have to think about controlling it. The ball just sticks to his feet. fires the shot in the top corner. It's 3-0 City. And remember, we are playing on the hardest difficulty level that you can play on offline. It's ultimate level difficulty, so we're not shirking anything here. We're not playing on any sort of easy mode. This is a difficult mode, but we're still doing quite well at the moment. Although if anyone's played on ultimate difficulty, you know it does get tricky as the season goes on, and you can find some of the games become pretty difficult. So I'm not counting any chickens before they hatch, if that's the phrase. I think it is. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. So we're keeping hold of the ball nicely here. Professional performance away from home so far. We've silenced the home crowd here in the Ukraine. Here comes David Silva into Gabriel Jesus.
The fourth official has indicated there will be a minimum of 3 minutes of added time.
And that was a bit of a sloppy piece of play there. I don't know how that ended up being their throwing. It looked like it was our throwing, but oh well. Referee probably feeling a little bit sorry for Shakhtar Donetsk. And there we go. So that's the half-time whistle in this episode 6. It's the first game of episode 6 on this FIFA career series here with Man City Fan TV. And we are 3-0 up at half-time in the Champions League. This is a group stage. It's the third game of the group stage. So we can pretty much qualify by winning this game. We can go on to 9 points. And I don't think anybody's going to sort of catch us when we get to the 9-point mark. So we should, in theory, be through to the next round. So here comes Zinchenko. So Zinchenko in the team today, doing quite well out there. He's actually having a good game. He gives us a lot of balance. Little chip there, Sterling. Oh, little chip to Sterling there, coming in from the left. So I'm playing Sterling on the left today. I usually play him on the right and I play Sané on the left, but I decided to play Mahrez. So Sterling's out on the left-hand side. But he's a real handful on this game, Sterling. That looked like a foul, referee. That was a bit dodgy. But there we go. That's a typical kind of Champions League goal that City concede. Referee turns a blind eye to something a little bit dodgy. We don't get the decision and it ends up in the back of our net, because that was a sure foul, that to me. I mean, I might be wrong. Let's have a look at the replay. But the Shakhtar fans are celebrating. It's 3-1. Well, that looked like a bit of a shove there on. It was a shove, clear shove on Bernardo Silva, but the ball ends up in the back of the net. So controversial goal in the Champions League against City. I'm sure we've heard that before somewhere. But we're still winning. We're in control of this game. Let's see if we can take care of it. It's a good ball. De Bruyne. Nice. Oh, De Bruyne there with a power shot. Gabby Jesus been brushed off the ball there. Jesus needed to be a bit stronger as the centre forward. John Stones just cleaning up at the back, plays it to Laporte and out to Zinchenko. Into Bernardo Silva's feet. Here comes De Bruyne. Mahrez. Oh, Mahrez nearly slipped it back into Gabby Jesus' feet. Here comes Bernardo Silva to Zinchenko. De Bruyne. Oh, what a goal. Beautiful bit of play. I think it was Bernardo Silva that just with a little, I just knocked it out in front, just laid it into the path of Kevin De Bruyne. He stepped up and fired the shot in, smashed it off the bar, underside of the bar and into the net. A little dink, first time shot. It's a beautiful finish there from Kevin De Bruyne. And that makes it 4-1 in the Champions League. So there's no doubt now. Shakhtar had a little bit of hope there. They thought they were coming back into it. But straight away, Kevin De Bruyne has extinguished that hope. And City move into a 4-1 lead. Here comes Raheem. Raheem Sterling back to John Stones. Walker. So like you say, if we keep possession of the ball, it's difficult for any of these teams really to live with us. We just have such a good passing team. You can see here De Bruyne again, plays it out wide. Here comes Riyad Mahrez with a few little tricks. Went for the man on the edge of the box there for the volley. Didn't quite pay off, but it was nice football. Walker's getting stuck in. Ball over the top. Can Zinchenko cover? Yes, he can. Well done, lad. So good covering there from Zinchenko. It's time to make a change. Let's just rest some of our main players. So I'm going to take Raheem Sterling off, and I'm going to bring Phil Foden on. I'll put Bernardo out wide, and a lot of people on Twitter and on the YouTube comments page have been mentioning this man, Equilin Mangala. They want him to have a game, so here he is. So you guys do hit a like on the video. This is your man coming on, so you can't not hit the like button if I bring your man on. So Mangala is about to come on in the Champions League for City. So get ready for this, everyone, because you probably won't see it again in the future. I'd imagine he won't get many games for Pep, but you never know. And there he is, the man himself, the legend, the myth, Mangala. He's on the pitch on FIFA 19 career mode here on Man City Fan TV. We keep the dream alive for Mangala. We keep his career going. He's always got a chance with us. There's a through ball then. Here comes Riyad Mahrez. Nice bit of skill, Mahrez. Oh, give it away, but Rodri's got it back. Rodri's had a good game actually in this match. He's been quietly sort of just bossing the midfield. Here's De Bruyne again. Oh, really? Oh, it's a volley. Oh, De Bruyne, it's gone in. Oh my days, he's on fire today. De Bruyne's a beast. Absolute beast of a performance. He didn't miss kick the first shot. It sort of came back off the defender, but then the rebound, it was like, oh well, have this, mate. And he just smacked it. Watch this. Have a bit of that. Volley. Bounce behind the line. We don't need VAR to see that. Bounce behind the line, and that's another goal for Kevin De Bruyne. So some spectacular finishes in this game. And we're 5-1 up. There's Kiam, MCFC, celebrating. He looks like a cross between Guardiola and Andy from Man City Fan TV. But he's our manager. And we're 5-1 up. We're about to qualify in the Champions League. Fantastic performance. Away from home as well, remember. We're not at the Etihad in this game. We're away from home, so we're really turning on the bit style. Here's one now for the Algerian fanboys. Can he get it? Oh, nearly. Riyad Mahrez there fired a rasper of a shot to the side of the keeper. I thought I could pick out the top corner. A little bit too much on it there. A little bit too much gas on that. And it sailed over the bar. So 87 minutes gone. 5-1 up in this third Champions League game of the FIFA Career Mode series. So we're doing well. Couldn't ask for more in terms of Champions League football so far. It's been 100%. Shame we can't say that about the Carabao. We struggled in the Carabao and we got beat on penalties, but you can tell I'm not bitter. I'm not a bitter kind of guy. You know, I like to stay positive in life. I'm always positive. My glass is always half full. Sorry, Walter. It's always half full. So, you know, I'm a positive kind of guy. Although, yeah, I did want to do well in the Carabao, so I'm lying. And there we go. So we've won in the Champions League. It's a 5-1 victory away at Shakhtar Donetsk. So it's a fantastic start to this episode 6. First game of episode 6. 5-1 win. City players are celebrating there as they come off. You can't ask for better than that away from home. And onwards and onwards. So let's just take a look at the match stats. I mean, look at that. 63% possession away from home. 10 shots to their 6, so pretty efficient. We scored 50% of our shots there, which is pretty impressive. So we've all but qualified really for the Champions League group stages. So that's pretty impressive on this career mode series. So back to the Premier League then. Let's just have a quick recap because we're about to have a first v second top of the league clash as well on this episode 6. So we've got Man City and Spurs at the top of the league. So City are on 23 points, Spurs just behind us on 22. We've won 7, we've drawn 2, and we haven't lost a game yet. So this is going to be a real test because Spurs are the team putting all the pressure on us in the league. So hopefully we can come out of this unscathed. Let's just check the old inbox. So Rodri wants to play. He's been doing well. Yeah, you have Rodri, but you're not yet Fernandinho, mate. So you're not going to start. And we're away. We're at Spurs' new stadium. And let's be honest, it's a fantastic new stadium Spurs have. That's one thing you've got to say about it. It is a great new stadium. So I don't know what kit to go in. Should we go in this one? Put them in the white. So we're going to play with the first sort of team. That's the standard team that I have selected there. We've got Ederson in goal, obviously. Mendy left back, Laporte, Stones, Walker, Fernandinho holding, with Bernardo Silva and De Bruyne just ahead, and then we've got Sané, Aguero and Sterling up front. So this is a big game, everyone. This is a top of the table clash. If we can win this, we can create a little bit of daylight and we can relax a little bit. If we lose this, then we will lose our top spot and Spurs will take over at the top. So there's a lot riding on this fixture. And we know how it went last time City played at Spurs. So they are no mugs. They're to be taken seriously. And there's the man, Kevin De Bruyne, who had a great game in the last match there in the Champions League. So hopefully he can continue that form. And here we go. So Spurs Stadium. I love that new stand behind the goal, actually. It's such a great stand, the way it's sort of all one. It's one big stand, there's no gaps in it. It's a huge stand behind the goal. I wish City would do something like that. I think they have got plans to do something like that eventually when they sort of redesign the north stand. But it'd be great if they could implement something like that at the Etihad. I think it would really help the atmosphere. So here we go, first v second then in the Premier League. And it's City v Spurs, episode 6. This is the second game of episode 6. Please hit the like button, hit subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit the bell notification. We are looking to get past the 9,000 subscriber mark on Man City Fan TV, and even go beyond that, hopefully, you know, up in the 10,000 mark by the start of the season. So hit the subscribe button, guys. We need your support. If we're going to put these videos out there and give you content, we want your support. We want to make sure you're all enjoying it, so do hit the subscribe button. And here we go, Raheem Sterling then is on the way. Can he cut inside? He has. Sterling gets the shot off. Oh no, what happened there? It deflected to Aguero and Aguero sort of miscontrolled it. And now Spurs are on the break, and this is very similar to the start to the game at the Etihad. It's very end to end. And here comes Bubblegum. Bernardo. Can he get it through? Oh, just a bit too far there in front of Aguero. We had a good break on them. We should have actually made a little bit more of that. That was a poor piece of play. We had men over. We should have been looking at getting the first goal on the board there, really. And instead, we're defending. Good play. Oh, my days. Oh my days, he defended it out, we cleared the ball. Straight to that man again, Son. The man who destroyed City in the Champions League, or well, not destroyed us, that's probably an exaggeration, but he was a thorn in our side. He scored some goals against us. And he's done it again there, the ball dropped to him, smashed it in the bottom corner. And in this top of the league clash, we go behind, away at Spurs, so we've got some work to do. So come on, City, let's step it up. Here comes Bernardo Silva. Back to Fernandinho. Here comes Kyle Walker. Let's see if we can just create something here now. Get a bit of composure. De Bruyne there with a nice run, but Sterling didn't really make a good option. Oh, here we go. Aguero. We're back in it. Nice bit of play there. Spurs defence was all over the show. Don't know what happened there. They sort of gifted us the ball back. Sterling nicked in, played it to De Bruyne. He squared it again because Aguero was free. And that man, Kun Aguero, does the business. We know what he's like. Man's a legend. Scores the goal. And it's Spurs 1, City 1 in this top of the table clash. Look at that. Straight to De Bruyne. Into Aguero's feet. And he doesn't miss from there, does he? Let's be honest. As soon as it landed at Aguero's feet, we knew the outcome. That was on his left foot as well. Have a bit of that. There we go. So 1-1. So we're back in it after that freak sort of goal there from Son. So let's see if we can take control of this game now and get the result we need. And Aguero nearly played the ball inside there. We would have had men over if that had got through. And this man though, Son, he is a handful. Gotta say, he is a real handful, and he's got a man over there. Lucky there they didn't play the ball through because they did have a man over. Sané, not a great touch from Mendy there. But a couple of times in this game so far, Mendy has he's not had the best of touches, so I think we've got to keep an eye on that, because if Mendy's touch isn't great, then we might end up seeing a bit more of Zinchenko. Here's Aguero. Oh, he probably just left it a bit too long. Davinson Sanchez, the Spurs defender, was catching up with him. I tried to cut inside, but it wasn't happening. Here comes De Bruyne. Here comes De Bruyne again. Aguero. Leroy. Having some really bad touches in this game. I mean, Sané's touch then was awful. If you watch this touch, look at this. I mean, he was offside anyway, so it didn't really matter, but it's not the greatest touch. Well, we're not going to see it, but it just bounced up off his foot. Same thing happened to Mendy. So I don't know if FIFA's playing a few tricks on us, because it's a top of the league clash. The players might be a little bit nervous, which is understandable, I suppose, in a game like this. And Spurs are trying to get control of the ball. Whoever wins this game is going to be in the driving seat in the Premier League, so it's a big, big match on this episode 6. There's Aguero now. Bernardo. Here comes Leroy. 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 Oh. De Bruyne lays it off. Walker. Aguero. Oh. It came down to. I should have just got it down to my feet and blasted it into the goal. I went for a header. Oh, nearly played the ball through. So Walker fired the shot off. Came back to Aguero, and yeah, it was all there just to be kicked into the net, really. Could have booted it in, and he went for a header. So that's the first half. It's 1-1 at half time. It's been a very sort of end-to-end game. We didn't start too well. Spurs took the lead with some, but we managed to get back into it with an Aguero goal. But it's 1-1 in this top of the table clash on this episode 6. It's the second game of episode 6. So you can see there we're actually behind on possession, but we've had more shots. So it's been a sort of edgy performance, I'd say. Not one of our typical performances, because we usually dominate the possession, but we're actually behind on the possession. But we are playing a good team. Spurs are one of the stronger teams, so there's no shame in that. We're away from home. So that was a dodgy bit of play there by De Bruyne. Tried a back heel in the dangerous area. Sané. Oh. There we go. Sané's got it now. Here comes Mendy. Through to De Bruyne. Mendy. Mendy's made the run. Oh, no, he's missed it. Mendy made a great run there. You see Mendy come all the way up from the back. I tracked his run as he was bursting forward. Got an excuse anyway because he was offside. But the finish was terrible. I mean, he dragged that wide. So it wouldn't have been a goal anyway. Well, it's pretty tight, this game. It's a difficult game there. Sterling, well played, Sterling. Keep going, lad. There we go. Sterling's got lots of strength on the game. There's a man in the middle. Oh, tried to get it over to Sané, and for some reason it crossed it to Aguero at the front post. Sané was free in the box. Completely ignored him.
Coming up for you on EA Sports, the next Premier League fixture for the hosts. Aguero.
Here we go, Aguero. Aguero takes it. There we go, 2-1 to City. Great through ball. Aguero ran onto it. We know what he's going to do. Fired the shot off. We're 2-1 up against Spurs in this top of the table clash. We had a couple of men there. We had Sané, and the defender sort of moved towards Sané, so I decided to slip it in to the right. Aguero was making that diagonal run like he does across the line, and then he gets it on his right foot and powers it into the top corner. So we're 2-1 up after being a goal down. We've turned this top of the table clash around, and we do look like we might be able to extend our lead at the top of the Premier League to 4 points if we can hold on to this victory. But Spurs are no mugs, and they are going to try and get back in this game, so we need to be ready. That's a nice play. And there we go, Sterling's on the run. He's on a runner. Sterling's away. Raheem. There's one for Andy. It's one for Andy. It is. Raheem Sterling's finishing. Andy, what do I need to do with Raheem Sterling? I got through. For some reason, I can't finish with Raheem Sterling. Andy loves it when I miss. And thought I was going to pop that one in. I must admit, I was confident. But it went the way Andy expected it to. I'm sure he's going to be laughing at me when he watches this episode. He loves my finishing with Raheem. But I'm not dropping Raheem because I do rate the guy. He's got so much energy. I mean, he grafts his nuts off on this game, so he will be staying in my team. It's just my dodgy finishing. I can't blame it on Raheem. So here comes Bernardo Silva. De Bruyne's making the run. Raheem again. Oh, nearly. Walker dives in with the header there. I mean, we should have really been finishing that off because that would have been game, set and match. Whereas now, Spurs have got 20 minutes here to do this, basically. And try and snatch something from the game. Here comes Son. So Son is a real handful. Great defending there. De Bruyne plays the through ball. This is good football for the City. Here's Aguero. Going to wait for Bernardo to come up. Sané crosses it in. De Bruyne. Oh my days. Oh my days. What was that? De Bruyne. Well, I thought that was going to rasp in the top corner, but for some reason he skied it. So it's pretty good actually. You know, it's pretty good that Spurs have got that huge stand behind the goal, because that probably kept that ball in the stadium. Because that was a horrendous shot from De Bruyne. Skied that one. I can't believe it. I thought that was a game, set and match when De Bruyne ran onto that. Probably just went for a bit too much power when I should have just tapped it, and he blazed it over the bar. So we've had our opportunities to kill this game off, and we might live to regret it. We may live to regret it because Spurs are dangerous, and you can see now they're putting a lot of pressure on in these last few minutes, and they do have the ability with old Harry Kane, Chaz and Dave, whatever you want to call him. He can pop up with moments like that. So I'm going to take Leroy Sané off. I'm going to bring Gabriel Jesus on, and I'm going to bring David Silva on for Bernardo, and Rodri will get a chance as well. So I've made 3 changes there. Brought Gabby Jesus on, played him on the left. I just want a bit of work rate. I want to try and shut the game down. I've brought David Silva on just for control in the middle, and Rodri just for a fresh pair of legs at holding midfield. So here come the changes. We've got about 5 minutes left in this top of the table clash. So let's see if we can hold on. Here's De Bruyne. Plays it into David Silva. Great ball. I mean, look at the ball David Silva plays. Gabby Jesus. Oh, Gabby Jesus. I should have probably gone for a chip. I didn't. Here's David Silva. Oh, he gets tackled. So we've had so many chances to just kill this top of it. I mean, if we'd have taken our chances, this could have been 4-5-1 in this top of the table clash. Instead, it's 2-1. which I'll still take. It's, you know, if I can get this, it'll be a good result. Spurs clearing the lines, win that header. Nice one. And that's it. We've won in the top of the table clash away at Spurs. This was the big test in the Premier League. And the City boys have done it. The City faithful there celebrating behind the goal. We beat Spurs away from home. And we open up a 4-point lead at the top of the Premier League table. So it's a fantastic performance. And we march on in the Premier League. So everything hunky-dory so far in the in this career mode series, apart from the blip in the Carabao Cup. We top our Champions League Champions League group. We top our Premier League table as well. We've not lost a game. You can see there we've played 10, we've won 8, we've drawn 2. We're on 26 points. Spurs are on 22. You can see United are coming back into the picture now, down in 7th, but we don't worry about them because, let's be honest, they're a bit of a comedy club. So we're doing well. So let's carry on then. So we're going to get one more game in on this episode. It's going to be a game against Southampton, and it's going to be a home game at the Etihad. So I'm probably going to make a few changes for this because we have played a couple of tough games there. We played the Champions League game and then obviously the Spurs game straight after. So I'm going to start Gabby Jesus. I'm going to give Raheem Sterling a rest in this game. We're going to play De Bruyne, but I'm going to rest Fernandinho, Rodri. I'm going to rest Bubblegum. I'm going to play Phil Foden. And then I'm going to play Nathan Ake's going to get a go at centre half as well. So there's the team. Edison in goal, Mendy at left back, Laporte, Ake, Walker across the back, Rodri holding. We've got Phil Foden in the midfield with Kevin De Bruyne, Riyad Mahrez on the right, Gabriel Jesus is up front today with Leroy Sané on the left hand side. So this is the third game of episode 6 in this Man City Fan TV FIFA career mode series. Do hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit the bell notification. Thank you very much for watching and all your kind comments on the series. If there's anything you think I should be doing differently, do let me know in the comments section. If you think we should be looking at some signings when the transfer window opens again, obviously in December, we can go out and make some signings. We've only signed so far, obviously Rodri we added to the team, and we went out and signed Nathan Ake as well. So if you guys want me to go out and sign maybe a big name such as, let's think like an Mbappe, I can go out and sign Mbappe and get him in as well. So just let me know. We don't have to though, I mean it well, so you might not want me to do that. I actually think the squad's pretty good as it is, but if you want me to make some changes, I can do. Let me know in the comments section. If you want me to give some of the youth players more of a game, I can also do that. So just reach out, let me know. I'm always open to suggestions. As you've seen in the last game in the Champions League there, I played Mangala. Somebody asked me to play Mangala and he got a start. Well, not a start, but he came on as a sub. But I did wait until we were 5-1 up. I'm not that daft. There's a great ball through. Here's Riyad Mahrez. A few little tricks. Near post. Oh, the defender managed to get to it. Mahrez with his customary step overs. Saw the little gap at the near post, but the defender managed to stick a leg out and block that. So nearly took the lead. That's a good tackle from Walker. Here comes Riyad again. Plays it down the line. De Bruyne. Great ball in. Sané. Oh, Sané with the header. Great save. The keeper there. Here comes Leroy Sané. Bit slow than Gabriel Jesus. It came through to him, but he was a bit slow to react. Should have laid that off a little bit quicker. So we are at home here. It's the Premier League. We should be beating Southampton at home in the Premier League. Here's Rodri. There's a throw into us. De Bruyne into Rodri. Foden. Phil Foden with the shot. This goes to Sané. Oh, Phil Foden. Oh, nearly came back to him. Here comes Rodri. Plays it into De Bruyne. We know what's happening. Oh, jeez. We knew what was going to happen there. He was going to open up. I must admit, I thought it was going in. but it's just wide of the post. It was a great effort. Nearly took the league there. 17 minutes gone in this third game of episode 6. And we very nearly took the lead. Remember, we are top of the league, 4 points clear. So we want to try and maintain that momentum. We don't want to throw any silly points away against Southampton at home. We just want to keep growing this gap as much as we possibly can. And Southampton putting a few little passes together here. They're not, they're no mugs. And here we go, here's Mahrez on the break into Gabby Jesus. Nice feet by Jesus there. Great ball inside, Foden nearly got onto it. Great little tricky feet then from Gabby Jesus. Mendy's going up for the header. I mean, Mendy there didn't even make an attempt to win the header. I don't know if Mendy's still doing a bit of Instagram, Twitter cheerleading, but he's not contributing that much at the moment. So I've got my eye on Mendy. Here he is, plays it into Foden, Gabby Jesus, looking for the through ball. Sané's away on this left hand side, he's got the pace, has he? Crosses it in, De Bruyne, oh nearly. Oh, here's Mahrez, good defending there, Holberg. So Southampton at the moment, they're making it tough for us, they're getting stuck in, they're getting foot in when required. Last ditch defending, but they're keeping us out at the moment. So at the Etihad it's 0-0. See if we can try and up it a little bit, because the quality at the moment hasn't been good enough. I mean, look at this, it's really bitty. They're putting a lot of pressure on us. Even there, he just stepped in on Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus usually works a little bit harder than he has so far in this game. Here he comes, Gabby Jesus. Sané. Oh, Leroy. Oh, no. Great football there. The build-up was fantastic. It went through to Leroy on his right foot, and for some reason he just snatched at the ball and hit a shot straight out of play. So great build-up. Just a terrible finish. So we should have been one up there. We'll let ourselves down with that move, because we actually made the opening. We completely carved Southampton open, but then we couldn't do anything about it. So here comes Gabby Jesus. See if Gabby Jesus can do the business. There we go. Oh yes, Gabby Jesus, look at that. Stood his man up. A little bit of trickery left and right. That's what we see him do for Brazil quite a lot. We obviously see him do it for City as well. But he stood his defender up, squared him up, managed to commit him. And as soon as he found that little angle, watch this, stood him up, have a bit of that, dip the shoulder. There we go, fires the shot in. Keeper had no chance. It wasn't the greatest shot in the world, but it was accurate, it was low. Look at that, just skidded across the turf. And it's 1-0. So that's all we can ask. Our striker gets on the score sheet. Gabby Jesus is in for Aguero, and he's given us the lead. So 1-0 at half-time, great time to score just before half-time. We're top of the league, we're 4 points clear, and it looks like we're going to go on and pick up another win. So let's just have a quick look at the half-time stats. And you can see there 50-50 in possession. We've had 7 shots to Southampton 0. So Southampton haven't done anything. They haven't scored, they haven't had a shot on target, but miraculously they've got 50% of the possession, which is a little bit concerning, because I think in the last game against Spurs we didn't dominate the possession stats either. So very unlike us not to be dominating the possession. If you watch this series, you'll notice I usually get around about the sort of 65% mark when it comes to possession. I do like to keep hold of the ball. I don't like to give it away. Kiam has the same philosophy as Guardiola there. There's another one. There we go. There's a goal. Gabby Jesus again. Great bit of football. Nice little 1-2. Laid the ball off. Gabby Jesus was free. Does his roundhouse. Kicks the corner flag. Celebrating in the corner there with the family stand massive. on the corner of the north stand. And the Etihad goes crazy. Look at that, 2 goals for Gabby Jesus. So we wanted to give Jesus some games. Obviously, Aguero's the main man, as we know. But Gabby Jesus is a fantastic player, great young talent. And when we bring him in, he does the business. So there you go, he's got 5 goals so far for us in this Premier League campaign. So cannot grumble at all with Gabby. And here he is now, working hard again. Kevin De Bruyne plays it to Kyle Walker. I was going to say Sterling, but it's not, it's Mahrez. Mahrez on the right wing today. Here comes De Bruyne. Foden gets the shot off. Oh, Phil Foden there, trying a little crafty shot. Can De Bruyne get a foot in? No, Southampton man's managed to get a foot in there. So still not vintage play this by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, Southampton they've not been amazing, but somehow they've managed to break our play down and get a lot of the possession. And these little areas where I usually keep the ball, we've given it away quite sloppily. Here comes Foden now. Let's see what Foden can do. Plays it in, here's De Bruyne. And that wasn't the best touch from De Bruyne. Gabby Jesus there. So again, Southampton just getting the foot in. They're quite an aggressive team actually. When you're playing against them, you feel they do press up on you. So they're not giving us much time on the ball. Walker with a great tackle there. So I'm going to make a couple of changes. 62 minutes gone. Let's just freshen it up a little bit. We're going to take De Bruyne off. De Bruyne needs a rest. He plays a lot of games. We're going to bring David Silva on. And what I think I'm going to do as well is I will give Raheem a run out. And we'll take Leroy Sané off and bring Raheem on the left. So I'll keep Mahrez where he is. And we'll play Raheem on the left. Not very often I play Raheem on the left, but we'll see if he can contribute. So into Phil Foden's feet, wide to Mendy. Here come the boys on the break. Here comes Leroy Sané into Gabby Jesus. Plays it to Foden. Oh, nearly cut inside there, Foden. Just a little bit slow with the dip of the shoulder. I just wanted to give the defender the sort of slip there by just dipping the shoulder, but it wasn't quite enough. Good head. Foden. Foden give the ball away there. So Foden's not had a great game really. I must admit it's been a game where I've struggled a bit with Foden. Here comes Leroy Sané. Gabby Jesus. Through to Sané. Gets the crossing far post. Oh, it's look at that. Headed it, hit the post, come back out. Sort of trickled along the goal line. Don't know how that managed to stay out of the net, but it did. That was Riyad Mahrez with a bullet header at the far post. It's not very often we see that happen. Nathan Ake today's had quite an assured game there in the middle, our new signing. De Bruyne plays it to Kyle Walker. To De Bruyne. Can we get it through? Oh, nearly just played that through. And the Southampton players are still trying, they're still working the socks off. I mean, look at this, they've created a bit of space out wide here. And it's a deflection and it's gone for a corner to Southampton. So we're only just going to make those substitutes now that we made ages ago. The ball's only just gone out of play. But we're in injury time. We should be able to see this one through, and this should be our 3rd win of this episode. So fantastic. So there we go. So it's the 3rd win of this episode. So we've had 3 games today. We beat Shakhtar Donetsk. I think it was 5-1 in the Champions League. So we absolutely battered them. And we beat Spurs in the top of the table clash. We beat them 2-1 away at Spurs. And we beat Southampton at home 2-0. So fantastic episode 6. Maximum points in the Premier League, maximum points in the Champions League. Let's just briefly take a look at the tables and see where we're up to now after those games. So you can see we're dominating in the Champions League. We're pretty much qualified. We're top of the group. We've won every game, so we don't have to worry too much about that. And then we're going to take a look at the Premier League table and see where we're up to in the Premier League table. So you can see we're top of it. Spurs are behind us, so we're on 29 points. We've won 9, drawn 2. We haven't lost the game. 25 goals for and only 4 goals against. And Spurs are our nearest rivals, but we just beat them in today's episode. So it's all going very nicely for the City boys. We've made a really good start to the season, apart from obviously the blip in the Carabao Cup. So let's just take a look at the next episode. So on episode 7, we're going to have another game against Shakhtar Donetsk in the Champions League. We've then got the Manchester Derby. So the Manchester Derby is a big game. I think that's coming up. I think the Manchester Derby is at Old Trafford, the first one. So it's going to be Manchester United, or shall I say Salford, if we want to be funny. And then we've got West Ham United. So the Happy Hammers. So those are the 3 games we'll get in on episode 7. Shakhtar, Man United, Manchester Derby, and then we've got the West Ham coming up. So do join us for episode 7. Thank you all for watching this episode 6 here on Man City Fan TV. Hit the like button, hit subscribe and the bell notification so you hear straight away when the next episode's out. Thank you all for watching. Be happy, take care, and have a great day, everyone. All the best. Bye bye.